Welcome to Void Realities. Tonight, we drift into the silent heart of the cosmos, a place where galaxies breathe and space itself stretches outward. You will hear the story of dark energy, a hidden force, invisible yet vast, guiding the universe to expand beyond measure. Let your mind rest, let your body soften, and allow these quiet reflections to carry you into wonder, into stillness, and into sleep. This is dark energy. What makes the universe expand? Dark energy. What makes the universe expand? You begin by noticing the silence. It is not the silence of an empty room, but the deeper quiet that comes when you step outside at night and look upward. The air feels still, yet the sky above you is alive with motion. Stars glitter like small fires, scattered across a black sea, each one steady in its place. To your eyes, it all looks unmoving, as if the universe were frozen in time. But underneath this stillness, something larger is happening, something so vast you cannot see it all at once. The universe is breathing, not in the way your lungs rise and fall, but in a rhythm that is patient and unhurried, stretching space itself. Imagine the fabric of reality as a soft cloth, invisible yet holding everything together. Over time, this cloth expands, pulling galaxies apart as gently as breath fills a chest. You do not feel it in your daily life. The ground beneath you stays solid. The sky overhead remains constant. But quietly, beyond your senses, space stretches outward in every direction. You are part of this expansion. Every atom in your body rides along with it. Every planet, every star, every distant galaxy drifts as the universe grows. It is not like objects moving through space. It is space itself that unfolds, carrying everything along. This is the quiet breath of the cosmos, a steady, unstoppable growth, so slow to human eyes that billions of years pass before it becomes clear. Long ago, people believed the universe was fixed, eternal, and unchanging. The stars seemed eternal, and the heavens looked permanent. But then, light revealed its secret. When astronomers studied the glow from distant galaxies, they saw something unexpected. The light was stretched, shifted toward the color red. Like a siren whose pitch drops as it moves away, the galaxy's light told a story. They were not standing still, they were receding, carried away by space's invisible tide. And so the realization came. The universe expands. You picture galaxies as tiny boats on a vast ocean. The water beneath them is not calm. It slowly rises, widening the distance between each vessel. The boats do not move by their own power. Instead, the sea itself stretches, carrying them farther apart. This ocean is the fabric of space, and its swelling is the universe's quiet breath. What is most striking is not the speed, but the gentleness. Expansion is not violent. It is not an explosion pushing outward with force. It is a whisper, a drift, a gradual unfolding that began billions of years ago and continues now, even as you close your eyes. The calm of this motion holds you, like a cradle rocking so slowly you hardly notice. You are safe within it. This idea can bring comfort. If the universe breathes, then you too are part of that rhythm. Your own breaths echo the cosmos, steady, natural, unforced. The rise and fall of your chest mirrors the rise and stretch of space itself. Every inhale is a reminder that you belong, that your life is woven into this quiet fabric. And yet, the question lingers. Why does the universe expand at all? Why does space not remain fixed, still, eternal? The breath of the cosmos continues, but the reason for it remains hidden. Scientists search, measuring light, building telescopes, asking questions that stretch as far as the galaxies themselves. They give this unknown cause a name: dark energy. But a name is not an answer. Tonight, you rest at the beginning of this mystery, feeling the soft breath of the cosmos carry you. Space is not still. It grows, and you grow with it. You're part of an unfolding greater than stars, greater than time, greater than what can yet be explained. And so you drift with a gentle wonder, held in the quiet rhythm of expansion, waiting to discover what message the light of the stars will bring next. When you look up at the night sky, what reaches your eyes is not only beauty, it is information. Each star, each galaxy, each faint glimmer sends you a message written in light. It is as if the universe is speaking in a silent language, using beams that travel across the dark to tell its story. Light is a messenger. Unlike sound, which fades in air, or scent, which disappears in wind, light can cross unimaginable distances. It moves at nearly 300,000 kilometers per second, fast enough to circle Earth more than 7 times in one heartbeat. And yet, even at such speed, light requires time to travel. What you see above you is never the present. It is always the past. The stars overhead shine from years ago. The nearest galaxies glow from millions of years ago. Some faint smudges of light carry messages from billions of years past, when the universe itself was young. You become a witness, not to what is, but to what was. Every glance at the sky is a glance backward through time. Astronomers listen to this messenger carefully. They do not only see brightness, they read color. Imagine a violin string vibrating. When the pitch changes, your ear hears the difference. In the same way, when light stretches or compresses, your eyes and instruments can sense its shift. If a galaxy drifts toward you, its light squeezes into shorter, bluer waves. If it drifts away, its light stretches into longer, redder waves. This subtle change is called a redshift or blue shift, and it becomes the universe's quiet code. By observing these shifts, scientists learned that almost every distant galaxy is moving away. Not just a few, nearly all of them. The meaning is clear. Space itself is stretching. The farther a galaxy is, the faster it recedes, like dots drawn on a balloon that swells as you blow air inside. The galaxies are not racing through space. Instead, the space between them grows. Light, stretched as it travels, becomes the messenger of this truth. You can imagine it like this. A lantern shines in a valley, and you watch from far away. If the valley floor slowly stretches beneath your feet, the lantern does not move. Yet its glow reaches you in longer, fainter waves. So too with galaxies. Their light is drawn out by the stretching fabric of the cosmos. This discovery was profound. For centuries, people imagined the heavens as fixed and eternal, but the messenger revealed otherwise. The universe was not static. It was in motion, in growth, in expansion. Light carried the secret across billions of years, arriving softly in the lenses of telescopes, whispering the truth to human minds. There is something calming in this idea. Every night when you see starlight, you are not only seeing beauty, you are receiving history. You're holding messages older than Earth itself. They slip into your eyes quietly, as if the cosmos wanted you to know you are part of a story written in light. And so you breathe in the silence of night, aware of the vast communication unfolding above. You rest in the thought that the universe has always been speaking, patient and steady, waiting for you to listen. Yet, even as light reveals this truth, it raises deeper mysteries. For if galaxies drift apart, what force allows this endless stretching to continue? Why does expansion not slow under the heavy hand of gravity? The light has carried you here, to the edge of understanding. It whispers the question but does not answer it. That answer lies deeper, in the unseen presence of something vast and unknown. You are left with a question. Light has shown you the stretching of the universe, galaxies drifting apart like boats on widening seas. But why does the sea swell? Why does the fabric of space continue to expand and even quicken its pace? For this, astronomers turn to the evidence, weighing galaxies against the pull of gravity. Gravity is the familiar anchor, the silent tug that binds planets to stars and stars to galaxies. If the universe contained only matter, its weight should slow expansion over time, like a stone tossed upward, eventually falling back. But when the measurements came, the results were surprising. Instead of slowing, the universe was accelerating. Something unknown was at work. Scientists gave this hidden influence a name: dark energy. The name sounds mysterious, but it is more a placeholder than an explanation. It does not describe what it is, only that it exists, unseen and unmeasured, yet powerful. Dark energy is not matter, because matter clumps into stars and planets, and this force does not. It is not light, because it cannot be detected as brightness. It is not gravity, because gravity pulls, while this force pushes. It is something else, a presence woven into space itself. Imagine air filling a room. You cannot see it, but you feel its effects in the breath you take. Dark energy is even subtler, spread evenly across the cosmos, not clustered or visible, but everywhere at once. It fills the gaps between galaxies, and instead of pulling them closer, it urges them apart. It acts like a soft pressure, pushing space to stretch. To sense it, think of a balloon again. As you blow air, the surface expands, and every point moves away from every other point. Now imagine that instead of your breath causing the growth, the balloon itself has an energy that makes it swell endlessly. That is how dark energy works. Not as an outside push, but as an inner tendency of space itself to expand. And yet, though the concept helps you picture it, the essence remains hidden. Scientists cannot hold dark energy in their hands or bottle it in laboratories. They detect it only through its influence, through the way galaxies drift faster apart, through the silent acceleration of cosmic breath. It is like watching a curtain billow without knowing where the wind begins. There is humility in this recognition. For all the telescopes, for all the equations, for all the clever instruments built by human hands, the majority of the universe remains invisible and unknown. Dark energy is thought to make up nearly 70% of everything, yet it hides behind mystery, a vast portion of reality still unnamed. You may feel small in the face of such enormity, but there is comfort here too. Mystery reminds you that the story is not finished, that discovery is an endless horizon. The unknown is not a wall, it is an open field. Just as light travels patiently across billions of years to tell its story, so too may the truth of dark energy one day reveal itself. For now, you rest in wonder, knowing that space itself carries an invisible breath. The universe does not expand by accident. It is guided by something unspoken, something that even now slips beyond the reach of words. And yet, the mystery deepens still. For if dark energy urges expansion and gravity resists it, what unfolds is not only mystery, but a cosmic tension, a silent tug of war written into the fabric of existence. You have felt the mystery of dark energy, the unseen force that urges the universe outward. Yet alongside it, there is another player, one you know more intimately: gravity. Unlike the elusive push of expansion, gravity is the familiar pull that anchors your feet to the ground and keeps the planets circling their stars. From the smallest pebble to the largest galaxy, gravity weaves its quiet threads. It is not loud or fiery. It does not flash like lightning or roar like thunder. Instead, it works patiently, binding matter together, holding stars in orbits, shaping galaxies into spirals and spheres. Without it, the universe would scatter into dust. With it, structures form, beauty emerges, order takes shape. For centuries, scientists believed that gravity must be the dominant force in the cosmos. If the universe began in an expansion, a great release of energy, then gravity would surely act as a brake. Galaxies would pull on one another, their combined weight slowing the outward rush. Over enough time, perhaps the expansion would stop altogether, turning into a contraction, the universe folding back into itself like a breath drawn in after an exhale. This seemed natural. After all, every throw meets resistance, every leap is pulled back down. Why should the universe be any different? And yet, the measurements told another story. Astronomers expected to see galaxies slowing in their flight, but when they peered deeper into space, and therefore further into time, they found acceleration instead. It was as if the universe were not only expanding, but speeding up, slipping from gravity's grasp. Dark energy had entered the stage, a counterbalance pushing outward while gravity pulled inward. You can imagine the tension as a cosmic tug-of-war. On one side, gravity, steady and grounding, holds galaxies together, binds stars, and whispers of unity. On the other, dark energy, quiet and formless, urges space to stretch, to loosen bonds, to drift apart. Neither force is absolute. Both exist everywhere, and you, along with every atom in your body, exist in the balance between them. This balance is not uniform. In the intimacy of solar systems, gravity wins. The pull of the sun keeps Earth on its path, unmoved by the gentle swell of expansion. Within galaxies, stars remain bound by gravity's patient hand. But on the grandest scales, between galaxies across the immensity of the cosmos, dark energy begins to dominate, pulling galaxies away from one another despite their mutual attraction. Think of a group of friends holding hands in a circle. Their grip is strong, keeping them together, but the floor beneath them slowly stretches. If the stretching is weak, their hands will hold. But if the stretching grows stronger, even the tightest grip will loosen. Gravity is the grip. Dark energy is the stretching floor. Together, they decide whether the circle stays bound or drifts apart. This realization transforms how you see the night sky. Each star is not only a point of light, but also a participant in this ancient contest. Each galaxy, no matter how beautiful or distant, is caught in the push and pull, the endless negotiation between staying close and moving away. And there is a tenderness in this dance, for even as dark energy drives galaxies apart, gravity continues to weave intimacy on smaller scales. Without gravity, stars would not shine, planets would not form, and life would not be here to wonder. Without dark energy, the universe might collapse into itself, denying the vastness you now behold. Both are necessary, both essential, both shaping the story of existence. As you breathe, you feel this balance mirrored in yourself. Inhale, a pull inward, gathering. Exhale, a release outward, expanding. The universe follows the same rhythm, though on scales too vast for a single lifetime to see. Yet questions remain. If gravity and dark energy are locked in this eternal struggle, what does it mean for the fate of everything? Will one side win? Will expansion go on forever? Or will gravity one day regain control? The answers lie ahead, just beyond the horizon, in the way space itself stretches faster than the eye can follow. You close your eyes and imagine standing on a shoreline, watching ships disappear into the distance. The farther they sail, the smaller they seem, until they vanish beyond the curve of Earth. You know they are still there, but your eyes cannot follow. In much the same way, the universe has a horizon, not of sea and sky, but of space and time. This horizon is shaped by light. Remember, every beam travels at a finite speed, carrying messages from stars and galaxies. There is a limit to how far those messages can reach. If a galaxy drifts away too quickly, its light can no longer cross the growing gulf. Beyond a certain point, expansion outpaces light itself, and the galaxy slips beyond visibility. It is not gone, but it becomes unreachable. Astronomers call this boundary the cosmic horizon. It is like a circle drawn around you, not in space alone, but in possibility. Within it, galaxies can send their light, their stories, their presence. Beyond it, silence begins. The faster the universe expands, the nearer this horizon comes, shrinking what can be known. You may think of lanterns glowing in a fog. At first, their warmth reaches you, soft and golden. But as the mist thickens, one by one they fade, not because their flames die, but because the fog swallows their light. So too with the galaxies. The fog is the swelling of space, and the fading is their retreat beyond the horizon. This realization can stir both awe and melancholy. Awe, because the universe is larger than imagination, filled with stars you will never see, stories you will never hear. Melancholy, because each galaxy is an island, drifting farther, destined to become invisible to all others. The cosmos is a great archipelago, once connected by light, now slowly breaking apart. And yet there is peace in knowing that within your horizon, beauty remains. Countless galaxies still shine, still send their messages, still share their light. Your own Milky Way, bound by gravity, will continue to glow with stars for billions of years. The horizon does not erase your place in the story. It simply reminds you of limits, of edges drawn by time itself. Scientists measure this horizon carefully, mapping the farthest galaxies still visible. Each one marks the outer boundary of sight, a line that shifts as expansion continues. What they see today may fade tomorrow, not in brightness, but in reach. The cosmos is alive, changing, carrying galaxies slowly away into silence. This knowledge invites you to rest in the present. To gaze at the stars tonight is to witness a gift, one that will not always be available. Every speck of light overhead is precious, a fleeting bridge across an ever-widening gulf. You hold it tenderly, knowing that even the faintest glimmer carries billions of years of travel, arriving just in time for your eyes to catch it. The horizon is not only a limit, it is also a mirror. It reflects your own boundaries, the things you can see, the things you cannot, the mysteries beyond your reach. And like the cosmos, you learn to accept both wonder and limitation. There is serenity in knowing that not everything must be grasped to be cherished. Still, a question lingers. If galaxies slip beyond sight, what future awaits the universe itself? Does expansion stretch endlessly, scattering stars into loneliness, or does some hidden balance remain? The horizon fades, and you turn gently toward the next thought. The destiny of a universe always unfolding. The horizon has shown you limits, the boundary of what can be seen. Now you drift further into the question of tomorrow. What becomes of a universe that expands without end? What destiny waits at the far edge of time when dark energy has shaped everything that follows? To imagine the future of the cosmos is to imagine scales beyond measure. Billions of years pass like seconds, trillions like days. You step outside the rhythm of your own heartbeat, out into a timeline where even the longest human history is only a breath. Here, you begin to see what might come. At first, galaxies continue their gentle retreat. Each one drifts farther, carried outward by the stretching fabric of space. The Milky Way and its neighbor, Andromeda, remain bound by gravity and will merge into a single giant galaxy. But beyond this local family, the distant galaxies recede, slipping past the horizon, their light unable to cross the swelling gulf. The night sky changes. Slowly, over unimaginable ages, the stars beyond your own cluster fade from sight. The great spirals and clusters vanish, leaving only the stars of your own galaxy to brighten the darkness. The universe becomes quieter, lonelier, as the islands of light drift apart. Still, stars shine for a long time. For billions of years more, they burn, fusing hydrogen into heavier elements, lighting the cosmos. But eventually, fuel runs low. The largest stars burn quickly and vanish in brilliant supernovae. The smaller ones endure longer, glowing softly until too they fade into embers. Over time, the sky fills not with brilliance, but with remnants, white dwarfs, neutron stars, black holes. This era is sometimes called the long twilight. It is a future where light becomes rare, where warmth dwindles, where galaxies turn quiet. Yet even in this twilight, motion continues. Black holes consume what remains, then slowly evaporate through radiation so faint it would take longer than the current age of the universe to notice. Dark energy continues its work. It does not stop. It does not tire. It keeps stretching space, pushing the galaxies apart, pushing even the dim remnants beyond each other's reach. If it continues forever, the universe may enter what scientists call the heat death. Not a fiery end, but a cooling one. Expansion dilutes everything until no warmth, no structure, no pattern remains. The cosmos becomes uniform, still expanding, but empty of the brightness it once held. And yet, emptiness is not the only story. Some theories suggest dark energy may not remain constant. It could change, strengthen, or fade. Perhaps expansion accelerates until even atoms are torn apart in a big rip. Or perhaps, far in the future, the push weakens and gravity, patient as always, draws matter back into a final collapse, a big crunch. These possibilities remind you that the future, though modeled, is not fixed. The cosmos still keeps secrets. For you, here and now, the future is less a threat than a meditation. It is not meant to frighten, but to soothe, to remind you of the vastness that holds you. Whatever the universe becomes, you are part of its story. Every breath you take is written into the same fabric that stretches galaxies. Every heartbeat echoes against time itself. There is a deep peace in knowing this. Even if stars fade and galaxies vanish, the present moment remains. The sky above, the light that reaches you tonight, the gentle wonder you feel now, these are not lost. They are yours, a gift of the universe's unfolding. And so, as you drift toward sleep, you let the question of the future rest softly in your mind. Expansion will carry on. Galaxies will scatter. Stars will dim. But the story does not end. It simply stretches forward endlessly, like breath that never ceases. You rest in that breath, safe, timeless, carried gently into dream. The journey you have taken is not one of distance, but of perspective. You began with the quiet breath of the cosmos, sensing the rhythm of expansion woven into space itself. You followed the messengers of light, beams carrying stories from galaxies billions of years away. You leaned into the mystery force without a name, dark energy, invisible yet vast, guiding the universe's unfolding. You stood in the tension of gravity's tug of war, feeling the balance between holding close and letting go. You reached the horizon, where galaxies slip beyond sight, and finally, you gazed into the long future, where stars fade but wonder remains. Each step has been soft, like a ripple of thought across still water. The science is real, but the feeling is deeper, a reminder that you too belong to this unfolding story. Your body is made of the same matter that stars once forged. Your breath echoes the expansion of space itself. Your heart beats within rhythms older than galaxies. In this moment, as you rest, the universe continues. Galaxies drift quietly apart. Starlight travels patiently across the dark. Dark energy fills the spaces in between, steady and unseen. None of this depends on you, and yet you are part of it, inseparable from its fabric. The cosmos is not something distant. It is the ground of your being, the sky within your chest. There is comfort in this. You do not need to solve every mystery tonight. The questions can remain open, like stars scattered across the sky, beautiful even without answers. Mystery is not a weight. It is a horizon that invites wonder. It reminds you that there is always more to discover, always more to feel, always more to dream. So you let go softly. You release the need to know, the need to hold, the need to grasp what lies beyond reach. You allow the rhythm of the universe to guide you. Expansion and rest, inhale and exhale, holding and releasing. The cosmos continues its breath, and you join it. The night cradles you now. Stars near and far keep their quiet watch. The universe expands, but here, within this moment, you are still. You are safe, carried gently within the endless fabric of space. And as your eyes grow heavy, you drift into sleep, not falling away, but flowing deeper into the same vastness that holds galaxies. You are part of the breath of the cosmos, and in that breath, you rest.